Apart from the random resets that seem to be going on. Some people got their accounts resetted like 4 times. That doesn't mean they've been banned or anything. It just means that they have to sort of play 5 placement matches and then get put into a new ladder. My friend got a bit pissy about that because he lost his first game like I did one time. And even though I won the 4 games afterwards, which he also did, he still got put into gold ladder. So you basically have to win every single game in the placement matches to get into platinum. So the last time I did it, I did win every single game. But after that, I must have lost a fair few games in order to have got placed into gold ladder. So yeah, I'm going on a bit here. So I'm going to get back to the game. I've got 2 evolution chambers. The key is to basically always be upgrading something as soon as you can. That's what the Thespian gas is for, because Zerg don't usually need that much Thespian gas. So if you can get the upgrades, go for it, because it makes so much of a difference. Honestly does. I mean, Hydralisks, if they're left alone, they do insane amount of damage. So yeah, the more upgrades and their damage you can get, the better. Same goes for the Zerglings. I mean, they scale really well with DPS. So if you upgrade the Zerglings' damage, you get really good improvements. That's if Zerglings are still useful units later on. They usually do tend to be, unless there's millions of Colossus or something like that. Or lots of tanks, then you're probably not going to get away with that many Zerglings. Here we can see he has a rather nice mixed army. You know, he's got himself 9 Zealots, 6 Stalkers, 3 Void Rays. I could have actually just read the thing at the top there, couldn't I, instead of double clicking them. Yeah, 6 High Templars that are all building their way up to Silent Storm. If you notice that Overlord that he just killed was moving fairly fast there, that's because I deliberately got myself the upgrade that is here, and it basically increases the movement speed of Overlords, because I thought it was worth sacrificing that one Overlord so I could have a good old look in his base, and that's when I think I noticed that he had High Templars. Before that I didn't. Now what he's doing is an interesting thing, is he's pushing out slowly with cannons. Now I'm not sure how to deal with this as Zerg, to be honest. I mean, I've got myself a couple of expansions. He's got 1, so in terms of like Zerg versus Protoss, that's fairly even, really. Got myself 31 Hydralisks, 13 Zerglings. You would see we've both got similar APMs. Production, I've got a Spire coming, an Infestation Pit. Basically, if someone makes an Infestation Pit, it generally means that they're going to be taking up to Hive. Now my intention to take up to Hive is to get even better improvements, because I need the upgrades for damage from the Hive, and I can only get that with the Hive. So yeah, got myself a Spire, and also yeah, that Infestation Pit. Is he building anything new? Oh, we can see a robotic space, so you gotta bet your pound or dollar or yin yang whatever that he's gonna have Colossus coming. So yeah, here we can see he's deciding to do a nice little move here. The cannons are really a big threat to me. I mean, that many cannons, I can't fight him. I want to take him on, but I can't. So at this point, I know what's going on, because I've got my 2 little Zerglings at each Sil Naga tower, and he should have really paid more attention and just decided to check that, because that allowed me to have a great scope on the game for quite a long time. So we can see that basically I can't attack him where he is, because otherwise I am definitely going to lose. A lot more cannons are going here, so he's only got 1 access point really. I mean, I'm just having a little scout. This is it, because I couldn't see this point, and I decided to go for the move actually, not only as a scout but also to try and bring down this nexus. Look at this. Oh, if I can get this, this would be fantastic. Look at these Zerglings go. Have they got a damage improvement? No, they don't. Oh, really want to get that. Let's get it. Like, no! That's just typical of my luck, to be quite frank. It survived with 38 HP out of 1500. So obviously if I had that 1 slight upgrade to damage, or even that 1 extra Zergling, that would have gone down. So that's the sort of thing that I usually tend to face a lot in my games. I honestly get so unlucky with a lot of the stuff I do. So yeah. So I realise I can't take that down now, because all the cannons are up and there's no access point to that without losing tons of units. So I decided to get myself an expansion here. We can see I've got tons of resources. So my mindset here is really just to hopefully get him to camp where he is, which is doing me a favour. Although the cannons are sort of like slowly pushing out towards me, It's giving him some map control. I'm also giving myself map control by spawning lots of creep tumors. These are basically invisible, so you can only destroy it if you've got a detector. And it basically... oh, wow, I didn't even realise they had that. Wow, I should have done that. Yeah. So he's not sure whether to go. He basically pulls back because you can see tons of creep. So creep really puts the enemy off. So you can see it's basically it's the Zerg superhighway. Zerg units move like twice as fast on creep. So yeah, that's really put him off coming for the attack now because I can just easily surround him. So what I'm getting at also with these creep tumors, they're invisible, you can't see them, and they also spread out more creep up to a certain degree, and then you have to basically spawn a new one. I had no idea that you could actually use the creep tumor to spawn another creep tumor, and it seems to have a 15-second cooldown, so wow. I really am going to start using that a lot more in my Zerg games. So as you can see, I'm starting to reach the 200 cap, so basically I want to be going for the best. I mean, I have the advantage here in a sense, although he's getting himself a lot of resources. And he's got himself some nice bases. I'm still slightly ahead. By slightly, I mean quite ahead, I suppose. So what I want to do is I want a mass amount of resources, get myself to 200 Thespian gas. And now, I'm going to be turning as many Zerglings as I can into Banelings, because Banelings are the best food cost ratio, whatever you want to put it, for a one food unit. If you think about it, for one food, these are absolutely awesome units. They explode, and the split second they explode, I can pick all of my hatcheries and then mass spawn hydras or a more useful unit. It's just simply for the purpose of when I get very close to 200, I do as much damage to his army as I can, and then bring out a whole bucket load of hydras or something like that to sort of like get myself back up to 200 food before he can even reach my main. So I've already done tons of damage to all of his shields and sort of that, or maybe even killed some units, and then I also have 200 food to deal with his army, so that gives me as much advantage as possible. That's a cheesy sort of like tactic, but I guess it makes sense, doesn't it, really? I mean, it's a logical thing to do. If it gives me an advantage, then I should take it, surely. That's what the game's all about. Now my intention here is, because I've got the creep, I've got loads of control, He's got an observer here. I do not know he's got an observer, but that's interesting. The observer can't actually see that much. We'll show you how much the observer can see, and that's how much he can see. Not very much at all. I think the observers back in Starcraft 1 could see a lot more, so he probably doesn't know the exact strat I'm going for. But I'm assuming at some point that he's going to basically travel through the middle point here to try and get to this part. So I wanted to split some Banelings here, and essentially what I want to do is I want him to go through that middle, and then I want to bring these Banelings round here and round behind, whilst bringing these Banelings in front. As you can see, I'm very close to the 200 cap, so this is a perfect point to do this. So here I go. Banelings, oh, unfortunately he caught some there, but I'm going for as much damage as I can. Now you can see I didn't actually kill much of his army there, but look at the damage of the Colossus. They've lost loads of their shields. That allows me to bring in all these Zerglings round the back, get stuck in. A lot of them get killed, but whilst they're getting killed, I'm moving my Hydras in, so my Hydras aren't even being touched by the Colossus. Then I can bring them all down. Lots of Psionic Storms are going down, but I'm constantly moving out of it as soon as they're going down. This basically means that the Psionic Storm is useless. If you do this first as a Protoss player, then you are basically going to absolutely annihilate them. Keep an eye out for the Psionic Storm. Split second you see it, move. Move, because Psionic Storm does basically no damage if you're moving out of it. And if you've got creep, it's super easy to move out of the way. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this game. He's just left. I'm apparently a noob for that, even though I thought it was a very good tactical decision. Never mind. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, rate and comment, and bye for now.